Hey guys, we are going to be doing, I think today we're going to do Anders and Isabella's quests. I think that was what I was thinking. So, last time we were playing, we did Meryl's quest, and then we also did the Night Terrors. Oh, what's this? History of the Circle. Fenris is reading up. Let's do it. Let's read it. History of the Circle. It is a truth universally acknowledged that nothing is more successful at inspiring a person to mischief as being told not to do something. Unfortunately, the chantry of the Divine Age had some trouble with obvious truths. Although it did not outlaw magic, quite the contrary, as the chantry relied upon magic to kindle the eternal flame which burns in every brazier in every chantry, it relegated mages to lighting candles and lamps and perhaps occasional dustings of rafters and eaves. I'll give my readers a moment to contemplate how well such a rule satisfied the mages of the time. It surprised absolutely no one when the mages of Valrayo, in protest, snuffed the sacred flames of the cathedral and barricaded themselves inside the choir loft. No one, that is, except divine Ambrosia II, who was outraged and attempted to order an exalted march upon her own cathedral. Even her most devout Templars discouraged that idea. For 21 days, the fires remained unlit until negotiations were conducted. Legend tells us by shouting back and forth from the loft. The mages went cheerily into exile in a remote fortress outside the capital, where they would be kept under the watchful eye of Templars and a council of their own elder magi. Outside of normal society and outside of the chantry, the mages formed their own close society, the Circle, separated for the first time in human history. Interesting. I did not know that origin story. Speaking of which, we should go and visit Anders. But I need to see what it's called. Oh, we should probably go and talk to Meryl. And we're gonna follow up with her. I should have done this last time, but we're gonna follow up with her now. Her in this damn mirror. Was it worth it?
Hawke, I could never have faced the Keeper myself. I never imagined a human would help me restore Dalish history. No one ever understood. Not the Keeper, not my clan. Just you.
Okay, I'll be nice.
When the Alluvion is finished,
Alluvion.
they'll appreciate all you've done for them.
It's all right.
Game seems quiet.
Even if they hate me forever, I'll know I helped them. You're the first real friend I've ever had. Maceranas Lethaline.
Okay, so that worked. I love how every time I talk to Meryl in her house, Fenris is always staring at the fucking mirror like, what the fuck? Alright, let's do questioning beliefs real quick. She's so tiny in this chair.
Oh, Hawke. Come in. I was just...
Spacing out.
Am I crazy?
Yeah.
Yes,
Ah,
but in a good way.
good.
I thought their rule in a home would fix everything. The mirror would work and everything would be right again. But I keep dreaming of Paul's face. Everyone that I care for thinks I'm a monster.
Everyone?
I don't think you're a monster, Meryl.
I don't know what I'd do without you. You're a true friend, Hawke. Someday I'll make this up to you, Lethaline.
Well, that was easy. Okay. Let's go visit Anders, even though he's in our party. Let's go visit him at his house. Like how every single book I see, I'm just like, can I read it? Wow, looks like shit.
Darktown. No better place to disappear.
Thanks. No. Open this door. Open both doors.
This is the only place in Kirkwall I feel safe.
Fair, I guess. It's funny, I've read fics where people are like, oh yeah, and then Anders goes in the back room, and I'm like, back room, you say? Like, over the rubble? Alright.
Have you noticed how many Tranquil are in the gallows courtyard lately?
I don't know, I don't go there.
And don't tell me I'm just sensitive to it. I've been watching, And every day there are new tranquil, selling their bloody wares. Good mages too. People I know past their harrowing.
Doesn't Chantry law say that mages who pass their harrowing can't be made tranquil?
Exactly. The Templars are using the right of tranquility to silence those who speak against them. They're working on a deliberate plan to turn every mage in Kirkwall within the next 3 years.
Do you have, what are your sources, Anders?
Whatever you think of Templars, you can't imagine they're so heartless.
They're worse. There are groups in Kirkwall who help those fleeing the Circle. I've talked to people on the inside. The plan is the work of a Templar named Sir Ulrich. I've had a run-in with him myself. He's the one who did the ritual on Karl. Nasty piece of work. Likes to make mages beg.
Ooh.
What happened between you and Sir Ulrich?
I've been involved with an underground resistance. Mages living free in Kirkwall who help others escape. I can't tell you any more, for your sake and theirs. You have too much involvement with the guard and nobility. Suffice it to say, I've been in the gallows. I've seen his work firsthand.
What else do you know about Sir Ulrich?
The Knight Commander is at least sincere in her convictions. However misguided, she believes she's helping people. Sir Ulrich's a sadist. Cold-blooded as a lizard. He likes to experiment on mages. Find out what it takes to push them into the arms of demons.
Don't Templars have anything better to do than come up with new ways to torment mages?
No.
No.
My friends in the Mage Underground know a way inside. A secret entrance under the walls of the gallows. Come with me tonight, please. Help me find the evidence of Sir Ulrich's tranquil solution.
Help me find it.
What do you mean, tranquil solution?
That's what he calls it. His idea of a peaceful solution to the mage problem. To sunder the mind of every mage in the free marches.
I feel like that's a lot
I'm
of work.
told he's bringing his proposal to Val Royeaux, to the Divine herself. He would turn every mage in Thedas into a drooling simpleton under his command.
Can you imagine if I'm just like, nah? Also, I don't think the Divine would say yes
I'll
to
be
that.
there. Though this Sir Ulrich would be a fool to keep such a plan in writing.
Then let us pray he's a fool as well as a bastard. I'm ready to go when you are. Our entrance is concealed not far from here.
Okay. So yeah, like, the whole thing with, like, the mage stuff in this game specifically is that, like, it's really, really easy to sympathize with mages, but it's not easy to sympathize with Anders, which I think is super interesting, like, just overall. Let's give him a present while we're here.
I brought you something. It's shiny and subversive. I thought you'd like it.
It's subversive,
You got
like
me a
you.
gift. I hardly think I've done anything to deserve that.
That's true, sir, but I
Is
got
it
for you anyway.
That's a Tevinter Chantry amulet. Do you want me to get executed? It's sacrilege to wear those in any land under the Divine.
Anders, you're an apostate.
Here, I thought you fight for mages'
Yeah,
rights.
absolutely.
Whoever's bad side that puts you on.
I like it. Maybe not on the outside of my clothes. I'm not that eager to face the hangman's noose. But I appreciate the thought. I've never really thought about what life would be like in the Tevinter Chantry. In the Circle, they make it sound like the Void itself. The Black Divine stalking Thedas, making it unsafe for kittens and virgins.
Kittens and virgins.
I haven't noticed too many of either in Kirkwall.
And fewer every day, I suspect.
Yeah, with me
I
around.
appreciate the gift. Perhaps one day I can return one as meaningful.
Anyway, let's go do this resistance stuff, I guess. We'll take the captain of the guard with us, because that's not weird.
Rule of thumb. If If the criminal runs to the sewers, he's gone.
Do not tell anyone about this way into the gallows. It's a secret that has saved the lives of hundreds of mages.
You say very loudly around other people. I feel like
This is it.
this was a road to somewhere
This
else.
tunnel will
before.
take us into the gallows. Are you ready to help me find evidence of the tranquil solution?
The tranquil solution.
Let's go.
I feel like I don't really fully remember this. I kind of feel like taking Fenris anyways. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to play it risky. We're maxed out with Fenris anyway, so if we lose a little bit, it's not the end of the world.
I have personally led 5 mages to freedom through these tunnels. They bent to kiss the ground through the sewage.
Why? Tell them not to do that. Yeah, it's one of those things where this game makes it really easy to sympathize with the mage plight. Anders is very, very extreme. So you get that immediate difficulty as far as, like, you know, wanting to back him up and wanting to support him, but also not liking how far he takes things specifically. Ooh, lyrium smokers. Uh-oh. Nice, okay.
Lyrium smugglers built these tunnels to service the Templars who crave the stuff.
They crave the stuff. You know, the stuff. I kind of doubt that lyrium smugglers actually built these tunnels. Kirkwall is like... It's like a termite mound as far as, like, tunnels and shit. It's been like that since, like, it was made. The same cave, we're always in. Whatever. I don't need everything I come across, do I? What did I just say? I'm not gonna pick up more stuff. They sparkle, and I like to pick up a sparkle. Don't you hit me with that fucking hammer. Thank you, Fenris.
No, please. I haven't done anything wrong.
That's a lie. What do we do to mages who lie?
I just wanted to see my mum. No one ever told her where they were taking me.
No, this is their place. We cannot...
So, you admit your attempted escape? You know what happens to mage girls who don't toe the line around here?
Gross.
Don't you?
Please, no! Don't make me tranquil. I'll do anything.
That's right. Once you're tranquil, you'll do anything I ask.
Fenris in the background is, like, completely disassociating.
Get your hands off her.
You fiends will never touch a mage again.
Whoa. What up, y'all? Oh, great. Oh my god, there's a lot of guys here. I am getting my ass kicked. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. There's nowhere good to be. Ooh. I wanted to save people, but... Or save people. Give them potions.
They will die. I will have every last Templar for these abuses.
What's wrong with you? Calm down. Look at Hawke's face. It's like, please chill out.
It's over, Anders. They're all dead.
Every one of them will feel justice's burn.
Get away from me, demon!
Yeah, true.
I am no demon. Are you one of them, that you would call me such?
Anders, that girl is a mage. We rescued her from being made tranquil.
She is theirs. I can feel their hold on her.
She's the reason you're fighting, Anders. Don't turn on her now.
Please, Messer.
Don't.
Baker, no. I almost... If you weren't here... I need to get out of here.
Oh, poor Anders, though. So, let's talk about justice, hey? Oh, let's do this after this letter. Sir Elric's letter. To Her Excellency, Divine Justinia, I am well aware both you and Knight Commander Meredith have rejected my proposal, but I beg you to reconsider. The mages in the Free Marches are past controlling. Their numbers have doubled in 3 years, and they have found a way to plant their abominations in our ranks. They cannot be contained. The tranquil solution is our answer. All mages at the age of majority must be made tranquil. They'll coexist peacefully, retain their usefulness. A peaceful strategy. It's simply the best way to ensure mages obey the laws of men and the Maker. I remain, as always, your obedient service. Sir Otto. Woo! Alright, so there's a lot to talk about here. Let's do it. So let's talk about this, because there's a lot to talk about. One thing is, like I was saying earlier, where this game makes it so it's very, very, it's very easy to sympathize with mages in this situation. And things like this are really interesting because the way it's presented to you from Anders is very, very, very dark. It's very serious. That's okay. And, you know, it's dark as shit, and there's a lot of abuses that happen. And, I mean, we just witnessed one of them, right? Like, he was going to get that girl turned tranquil, and then God knows what he was going to do with her. But the fact that, you know, the letter on him confirms that not only Meredith, who isn't even a good person, like, Meredith's a piece of shit, but the fact that Meredith and the Divine are both like, no, this is too much, like, whatever it was they said, they rejected the idea of, you know, basically getting rid of mages and making them tranquil. So it's like the establishment that Anders believes he's going up against. He believes he's going up against something that is a lot worse than it actually is. Like, he's really worst case scenario with it, which is, like, fair enough. But it's interesting in these moments where it's like, that's not actually the case. Like, this isn't actually what's going on. And, you know, your perception of this is warped. And it's probably really easy for his perception to be warped by justice because, you know, every single little thing would pile up and become like a bigger and bigger issue, so that he does see the worst thing as what's happening. It's really similar to what I talked about with him and Fenris, where, like, the reason he says the most vile shit to Fenris is because it seems like he argues in his head with him before talking to him. So he's like, oh, well, you know, Fenris must think X, and he's like, you know, assuming what Fenris thinks. And he's like, oh, well, how can I argue with him about that? And then, like, he imagines Fenris, like, responses and retaliations, and then he, like, argues in his head. And I feel like that happens with the entire mage issue, where it's like he spends so much time in his head, like, spiraling and thinking about it, that he's like, oh, it's this, like, the worst thing, that's what it is. When the reality is, like, you know, it's not the worst thing. It's still bad, but it's not the worst thing. So that's super interesting. And it's like, once again, with justice, where, you know, it's one of those things where it's really easy to be like, Anders, you piece of shit, like, this is your fault. But there's so much, like, you know, meshing with justice, and there's so much, like, shit about him that's being fucked up by this literal demon in his fucking body, in his head. And it's like, in the beginning, he's like, oh, I don't, you know, I can't really tell who's Justice and who's me. Like, we're just kind of one person. And you're going to see when we go and talk to him after this, where he's going to be kind of like, oh, like, Justice wants this, and I don't really, blah, 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 blah. Which it's like, you know, either he was lying before to try and, like, minimize, you know, how much we would consider him a risk, to kind of, like, make himself seem, like, more together. Or things have just deteriorated. And, you know, the thing is with a spirit, because we were talking about spirits a bit in the last session, because we were dealing with a bunch of spirits, but they're very focused on their one singular trait. And for a spirit like Justice to be stuck in the mortal realm and to never have that need for justice fulfilled in any way, like, the thing about justice is that it's, you know, it's flawed anyways. You can't have pure justice. You can't have the world always be just in every single way. It simply doesn't work like that. Like, even if you make one thing just, it will, unjust something else. So he, like, literally cannot function, and, like, hyper-focusing on this one point, and, like, constantly, like, chipping away at this until it's, like, something completely beyond recognition. And even in that situation where he was willing to turn on, a mage who was completely vulnerable, completely, like, a poster child of, like, who he's trying to protect and who he's fighting for the rights of. And he's like, she's not following exactly what I need, thus she doesn't fit into this perfect picture that I need it to be, which is, like, absolutely what Justice as a character was in fucking, not Origins, I can't remember what it's called, the other one, the add-on, in the previous game. And, like, because, like, in the previous game, it'd be like, oh, if you did this one thing and one person died, that's bad. He hates that. But if you do this other thing, that's the opposite. Oh, he hates that too. It's like there's no winning, right? Like, there's no way you can win the situation. And getting to this point where he just sees everyone as the enemy because everyone is going against the ideology that he's decided, years of being in a human body is the only way to make this work. And, like, he's absolutely corrupted. He's absolutely vengeance. And vengeance doesn't give a shit about individual people. Vengeance just gives a shit about, satisfying that need for revenge.
You saved my life, Nasser. What was that thing?
He's my friend.
He's a demon,
Ah!
whether he admits it or not.
Fenris is like,
Can I go home now?
Yeah, go somewhere safe.
Find your parents, but don't stay there. You must leave Kirkwall.
I know. There's nowhere in the city where Sir Ulrich's men won't find me. Thank you, Nasser. Andraste herself must have put you in that room.
Sure. I'm sorry, I just wanted to see what Hawke would say. Yeah, it's, because spirits are only, like, one aspect. So the thing is, even with a spirit of vengeance, there's no solution. There's no end to that. It's just going to be ongoing forever until, like, everything's eaten up. So there's no saving Anders with justice still inside him. Justice/vengeance. It's not possible. Like, he needs to be...
Can't make the shivers stop.
This guy's just straight vibing with those shivers, though. Just chilling out. But yeah, the thing is, like... Anyway, I'm just rambling on about Anders forever. He's fascinating. How you doing, honey?
Trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
Keep.
Oh.
Trash. Trash. Won't be needing that anymore.
Hey, do you want these papers?
This is all Sir Ulrich had. Looks like the Tranquil solution began and ended with him.
Let me see that. The Divine rejected the idea. Meredith rejected the idea. This was not what I expected. Perhaps I should try talking to the Grand Cleric. Maybe she's more reasonable than I thought. Thank you. I will think on what you've said.
Do you see what I mean? Like, he thinks things are already at, like, like, right at the end of, like, it's right about to get as worse as it could possibly be. When it's like, we're not even close to there, and you could probably still solve the situation using regular means. It's just a lot. He's a lot. Ooh, crushing beliefs with Anders. Let's do it. You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to do it without a guide. I'm going to see what happens naturally. I'm going to try and stay nice.
Putting out milk. I miss having a cat around. But I think the refugees have scared them all off. Or maybe eaten them. I've been meaning to thank you.
You're welcome.
You don't need to stick your neck out for the mages here. But you have. One day, we'll make a world where your sister can be free again.
Let's see. I'll say it's the right thing to do.
Mages cannot be treated as guilty just by association.
I can't tell you how reassuring that is. Sometimes, you're the only reason I don't think I'm crazy.
That's not what I mean,
When
Anders.
you still believed in me after I almost killed that poor
No,
girl.
that's not...
I knew you meant it. You wouldn't say it just to make me feel better. You make me think I can really do this. Lead a revolution.
That's not what I mean. Things are so unbelievably black and white with him.
I didn't realize you were planning anything that big.
No small change would address the injustice that mages face. The Chantry itself must be overturned.
What happened to just talking
There
to
will
the
always be
Grand
mages born in Thedas,
Enchantress?
but Templars are
Or
made
not,
by
no.
men.
The Grand
And
Cleric.
they can be unmade.
What happened? Wait a minute. Anders,
Why does this matter so much to you?
why do you care
You
about
saw
this?
Sir Auric's
Oh.
plan. How many Templars would prefer that every mage was a mindless, drooling babe? In the Circle, they tell you day and night that magic is sin. A mark on your soul of the Maker's hatred.
Anders.
But for all the talk of demons, the most common death I saw for a mage was suicide.
Anders, you literally changed what your plan was from like 5 minutes ago. No, I'm gonna tell him off because this is crazy.
If you want to be an example to mages, you need to master yourself.
He's not
After
wrong.
what happened, I will never forget that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every day, I feel the need for vengeance growing inside me. But I
Exorcism.
know you won't let me lose myself to him.
No. That is your... Oh, Anders. That is your own responsibility. You cannot expect just a friend to... Oh, my God. He stresses me out so much. Like, Anders, you need to control it yourself. Oh, my God. He's just so... It's like I can't even be mad at him because he's so fucked up. He has a fucking demon inside him. And just having that weight and that presence inside you all the time, like, he must just fucking need some sort of outside...
So you found your brother?
Oh.
I did. Wasn't expecting that. I assume there was a time when you and he were friends.
With Bartrand? No. Just brothers. Occasionally he wasn't insufferable.
And yet you remained at his side.
Too bad he didn't do the same.
Ooh. I'm so sorry you killed your brother. I know I was just talking about how heavy shit is for Anders, but like... That exchange was very special too, considering Fenris was prodding after the sibling thing. Considering he just found out he has a sister. And he's like, so weren't you guys friends at some point? Isn't that how siblings are? This kills the man, okay? It kills the man. I'm dead. Alright, well, let's go and talk to Isabella and Varric and see what up. I feel like there's supposed to be a quest with Isabella, unless I did it already. Did I do it already? Am I running out of things to do in this act already? Like every time I see a book, I'm like, book! She wants to apologize about the fade, so.
I never have affairs with my crew. Once they see you naked with your ass in the air, they think they don't have to take orders.
Now kiss.
Men. Oh, you have to be twice as tough to earn half as much respect.
So did the crew member mutiny? I mean, after you... You know.
Oh no. I had the offending member
Fenris.
removed. That got rid of the attitude. Oh, look, it's Hawke.
That was so awkward. Meryl's like, I'm just gonna get out of here.
I like big boats, I cannot lie. Really, Isabella?
Well, I do. Blighted Demon knew it too. I'm sorry I abandoned you in the Fade. That was foolish of me. I mean, I didn't even get the ship in the end.
I don't blame you. I understand what it's like to be under the influence of a demon.
You... what? That's it? No angry rant?
Did you want one?
Are you trying to get me to jump into bed with you? Because it's working.
We're friends.
Friends forgive each other.
Now you're making my insides feel squishy. Oh, go away.
It is like way too easy to romance her. I guess we already did her quest.
3 bits for a mug.
What? You have got to hear this, Hawke.
What?
There's this tale making the rounds.
What?
They're saying you single-handedly fought off a pirate invasion at midnight on the sacred ground of the Chantry.
They.
Don't the stories mention my stunning good looks? What about my cunning wit?
Nope. They skip straight to the part about the lovable dwarf, the gorgeous crossbow, and the heart of gold.
Good.
I try to steer them straight, but you know how stories go. Just don't be surprised if people seem in awe.
What compels you to spin these ridiculous tales?
Coping.
I love the sound of my own voice, and I'm a compulsive liar. Honestly, I don't know. It's just something I do. There's power in stories, though. That's all history is. The best tales, the ones that last. Might as well be mine.
Varric being like a compulsive liar, I think, is like highly underappreciated and underrated in general. People are like, oh, Varric this and that, and I'm like, he lies a lot. All the time. That's kind of a problem with Inquisition, because he kind of drops that, more or less. Like, I think the only thing is, like, them being like, you knew where Hawke was the whole time. And he's like, yeah, of course I did. But they make a huge deal out of it. I'm like, of course he lied. Of course.
I find it hard to believe you're spreading these stories without getting something in return.
Well, that just shows what you know, Hawke. The stories are their own reward. You really need to see the look on someone's face when I tell them you ripped the arms off an ogre. Just once.
Amazing. I wonder why Varric only tells stories about Hawke. It's interesting.
Wouldn't it make more sense for you to be the main character in these tall tales of yours?
There's a recipe to a good hero, Hawke. It's like alchemy. 1 part down to earth, 1 part selfless nobility, 2 parts crazy, and you season liberally with wild falsehoods. You let that percolate through a good audience for a while, and when it's done, you've got your hero.
See, this is all interesting too, because like the whole game, everything we're seeing is supposed to be like what Varric's imparting to Cassandra, and I'm like, how much of this is lied about too?
I guess all works. A little reverence wouldn't hurt, though.
You may not be my best dressed or cleanest friend, Master Hawke, but you're all right in my book. Anyway, I'll quit exaggerating before it goes to your head.
I like that it's just canon that Hawke is kind of smelly. This smelly boy. Okay.
You were more naive than I thought.
Oh.
What have I done to you now?
Uh-oh.
To me, nothing. Not yet. To yourself, you can't even begin to imagine the number of mages that have walked down the path you're now on.
My clan didn't believe in me. If you don't believe in me either, I won't mind.
I mean, Fenris, it's not about believing in you or not believing in you, Meryl. It's about the risk involved that is, like, over your head. Like, but okay. Okay.
Bianca is a very pretty name.
Oh.
I'll tell her you said so, Daisy.
She can't actually hear you, can she?
Of course she can. What kind of question is that?
Wait, are we talking about your crossbow or something else now?
Oh, God. Okay, this is fine. Okay, there we go. Fenris, are you okay? You have an arrow sticking right out of your chest. He's okay. Fenris is, like, way too overpowered. He just destroys everything. Oh my god. Where are they? Oh, they're there. Oh, god. Abomination here. Why? What is going on? What is going on this day? Where is, Nope. Hi, guards. Do you need something? What's happening? Oh, he's dead. What's happening? What's going on? Am I supposed to know what's happening?
Are you the reinforcements?
Oh.
I thought the captain would send more.
Who are you?
You're a member of the guard, right?
I'm Lieutenant Harley.
I was just walking
This is
by.
what's left of my patrol. This disaster is my first routine assignment.
Well, I was just walking.
I happen to be in the area. Seeing the sights, killing bandits, the usual.
Not the best time for jest. Bollocks. We're up against Everett's Marauders.
What?
Fellorden's up there. And Victor Longdeath's handiwork you've already seen.
Victor Longdeath.
We tried 2
Love that.
sorties up the path, but it's trapped to oblivion. Now I'd be thankful just to get out of here alive.
No fair, guard dog! You brought friends!
Man,
Shut
looks
your mouth!
stressed as shit. Ah!
Fellorden, Victor Longdeath, what are you talking about?
They've been robbing and raping for
Oh, God.
Maker knows how long.
Gross.
Did a broad daylight assault on the keep to rescue one of their number 2 years back. Fellorden, a blood mage, is here. Victor Longdeath, Sophie. We have to end them.
Isn't it suicide to stay pinned down here?
We're pinned down right now, but so are they. If we run, Everett's Marauders escape again. So we've been waiting for reinforcements. Victor's arrows and Auden's fireballs taking their toll. But we can still take them down.
The longer we wait, the more of us they'll kill. Let's attack now.
Fenris looking over
I'm
his
with you,
fucking shoulder.
But my men may be too rattled to join us.
This guy fucking... Is he crying? Is he praying? What's going on, bud? You okay? You can stay. The guard's like, can you just take care of this for me? It's scary.
Get as many of them as you can and let's go.
Men, we're taking the battle to them.
Crying guy is better now. Oh, that's so creepy. Why can't you just see their eyes and that's it?
Be careful. Everett's Marauders are deadly.
Alright. No one step in a trap. Ow. Oh my god. Ow. What was that?
My goodness, that was exciting.
Was it
That should be the last of them.
They're all dead? I can't believe it.
Yeah, we just had to go out and fight
tell
him.
Lieutenant Jalen at the keep what you've done. I'll make sure he rewards you.
Okay.
Men, we're heading home.
Does she just have pigtails out the back of her head? What a look for a guard. Like at that point, why don't you just cut your hair? Oh, no. I always walk into the traps after the fight's done. Like, what is wrong with me? Yeah. Oh my god, they left their dogs here. Oh, no, my dog's fine. It's hard to tell which dog is my dog sometimes. How do you fight a pack of Mabari when you have your own Mabari? Like, how do you make sure no one hits their own dog? Who are they guarding? Afraid robe. Great. Thanks, dogs. Okay, let's talk to Sebastian, and then I guess we're just going to do Prime Suspect. I guess it's just what we're doing. I don't know. I'm unsure. I kind of want to run around with Sebastian in the party, because I feel like there's more dialogue I haven't gotten from him that I would like. You know? I've been underutilizing him. I've been underutilizing the pretty chantry boy. I'm not even particularly into that. I just, you know. I don't know. I guess we're going to do Prime Suspect.
How much longer do I have to wait?
How much longer do I have to wait? I've been here all day. Hi, sir. I helped your people.
Lieutenant Harley said
Wow.
I should see you about a reward.
That's it. Not even going to mention your scuffle with Everett's Marauders. Killing the whole lot of them.
I kill a lot of people.
That does ring a bell. Hard to remember. I've killed so many things.
I believe that. I do. There's one small rub, though.
This guy's going to give me like
Their
a...
leader, Everett's. Wasn't there, was he?
He's going to give me a
I
fist
don't
bump.
think so. They weren't wearing name tags.
Everett's is the worst of the lot. He may try to get revenge one day.
Good to know. I'll keep an eye out for him.
Maybe nothing will come of it.
Do you have a job
Thanks
to do
again
here,
for your
sir?
help.
Just lean against this wall all day. What a life. What is this quest arrow? What is it? Just gonna walk slowly to this door. So wait, I gotta... Oh, I see. Let's fight this book. We found the evil book. Destroy it. Meryl's gonna be like, how dare you? Rivalry. Yeah. I'm like not gonna get full friendship with Meryl, and I've just accepted that. I never do. Oh god, Sebastian, you okay? Fucking ate it for a second there. I'm just gonna fight some arcane horrors and abominations in the fucking throne room. No one worry about it. No one come in. There's bodies everywhere. It's fine. Well, who had the evil tome in here, though?
Your armor is very shiny, Sebastian. Doesn't that make you an easier target?
The light of the Maker is my armor, Meryl. I'm not afraid.
Maybe you could ask him to make his light less shiny? Then you wouldn't need as much armor.
I love her pagan ass.
So you were invested as a brother in the Chantry, right?
I had just taken my vows when I learned my family was killed.
Bad timing.
But you gave sermons and took confessions and such, right?
Do you have something you wish to confess?
I just want to know, what do you say when people have questions? What's your answer when someone asks, so if Andraste preached freedom and ended slavery, why do you lock up mages and keep them as slaves?
No one ever asked that.
It's interesting the way that Ender sets that up. Like, he's like, oh, did you take confessions and stuff? I think Anders for 1 minute is like, can you help me? Actually, never mind. Fuck you. You're like, oh, you okay, honey?
Excuse me, Sarah.
Let's go to the Blooming Rose. I'm not really coming here for any reason particular. I mean, maybe there'll be an evil book or something. Also, I just want more excuses to run around places and get more dialogue.
You mean if I hadn't yelled, stop, thief, when he stole my wages? Fat chance, sweetie.
Interesting. Y'all okay? Doesn't look like there's anything interesting going on here at all. Hi.
Come on up, sir. They're waiting.
Oh, are they? Let's just see if there's any, like, boxes to open or, or, you know, books to read. Is Gamlin here? Yeah.
Well, fancy meeting you here. Just, here for a drink, myself.
That's all I'm doing here. Uncle, is this what happened to the family fortune? He said it was gambling, but was it the women? I like how there's so many boys here.
For men are quite popular in Orlais.
The way this place attracts Templars, you'd think it was full of apostates.
It should be searched thoroughly.
It's been searched
Were you
thoroughly.
ever dedicated in the faith of the Chantry?
I have no memory of my childhood. Denarius had no desire to teach his slaves anything that made them think they're worthy beings.
I'm sorry. I can't imagine how difficult your life has been.
No, you can't.
Whether you were taught it or not, the Maker has room at his side for every soul, even yours.
This is what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted. There's very interesting dialogue with them, and I get very excited about it. And I'm not about the Chantry, but I'm really about there actually being a character in the cast that actually gives Fenris empathy without pity. Because it's so rare. Everyone treats Fenris either like he's a problem or like he's this sad, broken little thing. Or, you know, sexually. Which, Fenris doesn't mind as much as the fandom does. But it's just, you know, he's straight up about it. It's great. I like how it's like, I'm like, oh, we're gonna go to the brothel, ha ha ha. And I'm like, no, I just wanted them to talk about religion. Ha. I just like to think that we're in here and Hawke's like running around and Fenris just kind of like, and Sebastian the Virgin is just like, And he looks over at Fenris and is like, can we talk about the chantry? And Fenris is like, okay, here. So I'm trying to maximize on this, these chitter-chatters.
The Maker didn't free me.
I see you've been thinking about what I said.
I freed myself. If the Maker did anything, he watched. Why should I thank him for that?
Is it so hard to believe the Maker cares for you? Maybe he gave you the chance to escape.
It doesn't feel like the Maker cares for me, or anyone.
We all make our own choices to do good as well as evil. That is our doing, not the Maker's.
Perhaps. It's been a long time since I gave it any thought.
It's not too late to start.
I like it. I think, I don't know, I feel very positively about these interactions. Even as someone that, like, you know, in real life, I'm not super into the organized religion thing. And I'm not super into, you know, the religions that the chantry are based on. But what I am into is I am into people finding, like, peace and meaning and, like, self-forgiveness through spirituality. And I think Fenris deserves some of that. I really think he does. And it's nice that someone gives him that opportunity. And also, like, Sebastian's a little pushy, but not hugely pushy. Whoa! That makeup! Bitch! What is that? That was horrible.
Sarah Hawke,
oh, God.
It is good to see you. The shame that Varnell brought his order is most unfortunate.
Doubt?
The shame he brought.
Praise the Maker that you were his champion in that dark place.
Look, we're both adults here. Can we drop the pretense?
I think you'll find that I have said nothing threatening or untruthful.
You and your careful language.
I don't even remember what this is about.
I gave you what you wanted at considerable cost. Varnell is more manageable as a martyr, but his loss will be felt. You have avenged heretical Kunari with human blood. Surely that is good enough for you.
Right, so this is about the was it a Templar? I'm pretty sure it was a Templar. That was, like, killing Kunari, like, really distressingly under Darktown.
Not by a long shot, Patrice.
Then we are destined to have this argument again. For now, I have made no criminal claims, and even your Viscount considers this matter closed. If he is good at anything, it is doing nothing.
Just gonna watch you go. You look like a boy band.
I hope you live a long life, Sarah Hawke, because your judgment before the Maker will be harsh.
Will it? No doubt about that.
Sometimes you just know trouble is coming.
True. I
seem to recall you saying something a while ago.
Shut up.
Uh-oh.
I can control it. Wasn't that what you said?
So help me.
Fenris is right, though. Fenris is right, though. He's right. He's right. Hi. Weird shit's going on.
Is something troubling you?
Give me your blessing. No. Let's talk about this. Listen, let Fenris stir the pot. It's a completely reasonable thing to stir the pot about. It's like, oh, I can control this demon inside me. Oh, you almost murdered somebody, Anders. You almost straight up murdered an innocent girl who you wanted to protect.
I think you should see these papers.
Take a look at this shit.
Sir Ulrich, where did you get these? He was murdered in the gallows not a few days ago.
What the gallows?
He was trying to turn every mage in Kirkwall tranquil.
Sir Ulrich made a suggestion, yes. But we turned him down.
Listen,
the right
Anders.
of tranquility has always been a last resort. It has saved lives, but it is not without its costs. If you'll excuse me.
Anders, did you hear that? She did not like... Oh, she's going to stay there. She's like, excuse me.
I'm giving it all up. I made a vow to the Chantry, and it was wrong to turn my back.
Sebastian, listen to yourself. You're as impulsive now as the day you turned away from us. Do you think the Maker wants another rashly spoken vow that you'll abandon when the next passion takes you?
I will not...
This is your life, child. Don't spend it being blown about like a weather vane. But here's Hawke. Maybe you can talk some sense into him.
I don't think sense is really my strong
I'm an
suit.
idiot.
How long has she spent telling me to return to the Chantry, and now that I want to, she won't take me? It was wrong for me to break my oath to the Chantry. I've turned against the Maker. And for what?
I don't know, that sounds like a you problem.
Why would I want to rule Starkhaven and deal with jackals like Lady Harriman for the rest of my life?
Because you're supposed to.
Do you see yourself as a prince or a priest?
That's exactly the question I've been praying for guidance about. When I think of going to Starkhaven, calling on allies like Flora Harriman and all the corrupt, scheming nobles, my throat swells shut in horror. When I think about staying, I'm at peace.
I want to abandon my responsibilities.
If you give it up,
I mean, that's fair enough if he doesn't want to
I
do it.
suppose I must convince Elthina my commitment is sincere.
I think she has a
Then
point.
I will remain here to represent the Maker's interests as she thinks best.
Yeah, what is right for Starkhaven?
you should ask what's best for your people, not just for you.
I do not have hubris enough to imagine it matters to the common people who rules them. Someone will take the reins. The fields will be planted, the crops gathered. No one will notice that a Vale lives and isn't there, and I can devote my life to the Maker's will on Thedas.
That's some bullshit, actually. Like, if you're a decent person, you would want to make sure that you were in power of your people so that somebody shitty doesn't take control of it. Like, unless you're personally gonna find someone good to take over, you shouldn't be fucking off to just be like, whatever. That's some bullshit. I'm gonna tell him off.
Don't give up now. You defeated the Desire Demons. All of Kirkwall benefited.
Of everything we've done, I'll never regret that. But I don't know. I've been praying for guidance and had nothing.
Well, then don't...
I cannot return to Starkhaven and subject my people to war without a clear sign that it's the Maker's will.
It's literally your birthright. Oh, rivalry. It's funny that I'm like, I'm enjoying Sebastian, but I'm also like, the heck are you on about, buddy?
So, I never expected to be palling around with the captain of the guard.
We're not pals.
We're not? What about that time we painted each other's toenails?
Do you want something?
Love, life, and liberty. What more does a man need?
Are you okay, Anders?
You're in a jolly mood.
Well, when you're here, I know you're not leading men into Darktown to arrest me.
He's so confrontational in Act 2. I mean, he just gets worse as time goes on. What was I saying? Oh, right. So, if you remember the beginning of Act 1, Aveline said that Emmerich, who's this old Templar here, stop talking. He's been still investigating random murders of women in the city, and he thinks they're all connected in like a serial killer type thing. Aveline thinks he's full of shit, but we're going to look into it. And if you remember, he was with us when there was a different murder that happened with that guy's wife.
Hello, Emmerich. The guard captain says you're still chasing disappearing acts.
That's not funny. I need your help urgently.
Inappropriate.
I've spent the past few years continuing my investigation into the murders of Nanette, Marin, and the other women. I believe I finally have a suspect. A man called Gascard Dupuis.
Really? That's his name?
Is this man in hiding? Am I to find him for you?
No, I know where Dupuis is. I just can't get to him. When I became convinced of his guilt, I went to the city guard and demanded that they do something.
My men raided that house. There was nothing, and I've heard no end because of it. You were reprimanded, I hope?
Meredith forbade me from continuing my investigation. But she didn't say I couldn't seek outside help.
Were you the only person investigating these murders?
Yes, unfortunately. The Templar Order believes this is a matter for the City Guard. And the City Guard, well, they rejected my evidence and dismissed the murders as isolated incidents. They don't care either.
I've seen your evidence. Scattered notes, conjecture, nothing remotely usable. You can't expect us to act on your hunches alone. Look what happened when we did.
The guards who searched Gascard's place were incompetent. They didn't know what they were looking for.
Fine, if you insist.
Fine.
What have you learned about Gascard Dupuis?
Dupuis.
He's a reclusive nobleman who's rarely seen outside his estate in Hightown. He knew 2 of the murdered women and made inquiries about the others. It cannot be a coincidence.
Is that it, though?
It cannot be a coincidence. It sounds exactly like a coincidence.
Gascard Dupuis is hiding something.
Dupuis.
I'm convinced of it.
What do you need me to do?
I knew I could count on
Make fun of him, and then I'm like, I'll
You'll
do
need
it.
to go to Gascard Dupuis' estate after nightfall.
B&E.
Please figure
B&E.
out what Dupuis is hiding.
Dupuis.
If he's innocent, find evidence to prove me wrong. It's just that simple.
Okay. What do you think, Aveline? You want to go and do B&E with me? Let's do it. Dupuis. Wow, there's a lot of things to hand in there. Let's do that quickly. What was that huge noise that just happened? That just surprised me. Alright, and then we're going to go to Dupuis after nightfall.
It feels good to be captain of the guard, yes?
No, I will not change the patrols around your mansion again. There's already been too many questions.
You wound my pride with such accusations.
But you were going to ask.
Eventually.
I'll look at the roster and see what I can do.
Fenris is witty as shit. I love him. Yeah. Let's go see this Dupuis guy. Let's go sneak around Hightown at night. Get in some fights. Break into some estates. Hey, Fenris, this guy lives like right next to you. Are you aware of this? Do they have like shared walls and stuff? They must. This must be like, it's very confusing to look at from the outside. Like, what part of this is where Fenris lives and what part of that is not? You know? They have these like shitty little door entrances. Do you think it's because like Tevinter estates were so big that like when they split them up, they just had to like have the front entrance be like what was once the back door? I wonder. It's interesting design choices. I mean, Kirkwall's interesting design choices overall. All over the place. Sneak in, like walk in through the front fucking door. Oh. Oh, there. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to just leave. Why are there demons in this noble's house? That's not regular. Thanks. Oh god, rage demon. Okay. Hey, Fenris, sweetheart, you want a quick heal? Thank you. Oh, yeah.
I don't think the guards raiding the estate met that particular reception.
Yeah, I suspect not. A thank you note. Gascard, thank you kindly for your last shipment. It arrived in almost perfect condition. The requested payment is on its way. Please use the artifact with care. The creatures can be difficult to control, even for an experienced mage.
What creatures are they talking about? The Shades?
Let's steal some stuff. Ooh, great sword. Take that for Fenris. We're investigating something and I'm like pulling swords out of boxes like, hey, let's take this. Fenris, please. Thank you. Oh. Sorry, Fenris, I didn't mean to be in your way. That's just...
to worry about.
Ugh.
Now you fall.
Okay, it's fine. Man, we're damn efficient. What can I say? Reply from Starkhaven. Messer Dupree. This is in regards... What was that? This is in regards to your inquiry into missing mages. I would like to remind you that the duty of seeking out missing mages, if there were any to begin with, would fall to the Templars of Starkhaven, not a minor nobleman from Kirkwall. I would also like to take this opportunity to remind you that the Circle of Magi as a whole does not welcome casual inquiries about mages in its care. Thank you. The fuck?
Why would Gasgard be inquiring about escaped mages from Starkhaven?
That's suspicious. It's a good thing we're looking for clues. Yeah, I did go suddenly Brooklyn. I don't know what happened there. The spirit of a New Yorker just jumped into me. Next door. Hello? Oh god, there's so many doors. What door do I pick? Oh god. Okay, this one looks like it goes to a little room. Perfect, okay. It's not stressful at all. What do we got here? Vials of blood.
Blood magic. Someone's been naughty.
I like how he said that extremely seriously. Someone's been naughty. Like, I expected him to be like, someone's been naughty, haha. Like, nope, completely serious. It's like Anders' dialogue, but Justice delivery. He's like, haha, someone's been naughty. And Justice is like, someone's been naughty. And you're like, Jesus. That's a bad joke. You see how I'm getting stressed out about this quest? The outcome of this is bad. So makes me uncomfortable. Meredith's apology. Messer Dupuis, please accept my humble apologies for recent events. The Templar Emmerich has been reprimanded for his wrongful accusation and for arousing suspicions within the city guard that led to the raid on your estate. I will see that he is restrained in future.
Clever. He stopped Emmerich from investigating by getting Meredith on his side.
I like having this cast of characters commenting. I also just like when characters comment on things. It's fun. Ooh, more stuff to steal? Chest of clothes.
Women's clothing. Perhaps they were taken off the murdered women.
I want Fenris to be a detective. Like a hard-boiled detective. Like a PI. And he punches his hand through bad guys. Like film noir, you know? I can see that. What a good AU I just came up with.
Help me, please! He's gone mad!
You're not him.
Not who?
Shit, I know what this looks like, but I didn't hurt her.
Look at everyone. I'm expecting to believe that.
Do you take me for a fool?
I mean, aggressive.
No, I didn't mean... I don't know why you're here, but there's a killer out there, and I think he's playing us both. Just let me explain.
I was very, very angry, but now I'm going to be sarcastic.
All right. We'll see if you can talk yourself out of this. Several years ago, my sister was murdered. The bastard's now in Kirkwall, killing again. The same way he killed my sister.
Convenient.
It starts with a bouquet of white lilies. He sends them to each new victim. Alessa was going to be next. I took her, so he'd have to come to me. I was finally going to face my sister's killer, but then you showed up.
Why do you think I'm not the killer?
He's lying! He hurt me!
I've explained this. I need your blood to track you down. If he took you, it was for your protection.
Let go of me!
Can we help her?
She'll go straight to the city guard. They'll ruin everything. I could report you to the Templars for blood magic. Yes, I've used blood magic and lyrium to augment my powers.
Well, yeah, I've done
I'm
these
not
taboos.
proud of what I've done, but I had to. He took my sister from me.
Buddy,
Can't you just tell the city guard what you told me?
Exactly.
Yes, can't you?
Why?
Hello, I'm right here.
I don't want him arrested. This isn't about justice. I need to be the one to bleed him dry.
Selfish little shit. How many of you risked by keeping this to yourself?
I'm glad I brought her along.
Emmerich was certain you were the killer. Of course he was. But I was trying to find the killer just like him. Our paths crossed and he just assumed I was the murderer.
Just like you assumed that I was the murderer for a split second until you saw me, and then you're like, you're not the murderer. And it's like, how do you know I'm not the murderer?
He'll want to know what happened here. Tell him whatever you like. I'll be long gone by then.
What, you're gonna flee?
Who killed your sister? A powerful and experienced blood mage. I believe he uses the women for some ritual. His victims are attractive, healthy women with few social ties.
That's specific.
Nice story, but I don't buy it. No, I've worked too hard. It can't end like this.
I guess I probably shouldn't have done that, but... Ah! What can you do? Sometimes you just gotta kill people. But also just saying, like, if he's innocent, what a weird choice to, like... to just go hard against us. And, like, attack us straight up. Summoning demons right off the bat. Like, well. Oh, yeah. Well, there's some lilies right there, hey? Okay, well. That was a strange interaction, but I guess we're done. I guess that's it. Let's just go. Oh. What? Who was that?
Well, next.
The plot thickens. Whom? What's the hell? Can anyone comment on this? Can I go to the store? Yes, I can. I like that the dog just kept trying to run through the force field. Just trying to see if there's anything else I can read here. No. Oh no! Demons in the library. I wonder who's attacking us. I thought we had the killer, but I guess we didn't. Somebody showed up after us. Almost like what Dupuis was saying was right. I'm saying this very like, haha, but like I know that I knew that Dupuis wasn't the killer. I just wanted to see what would happen. I don't know. Small wet pouch of incense. Incense shouldn't be wet. Oh, did you see him? He summoned a fucking desire demon. Great. As if we were wrong. But you know, you shouldn't be kidnapping women and doing blood magic with them to try and get a killer. It's not good either. Hey Fenris, can you take care of yourself, baby? There we go. Right, he went down here. Sir, I'd like to ask you some questions. Where'd you go? Oh my god, my dog is stuck there. My dumb dog. You know. Oh, there's... Oh, no, it was still Dupuis. Sorry. Sorry, we were chasing him. Pfft. I'm dumb. Gascard Dupuis' favorite hat. Take his favorite hat. Okay, I was confused. It wasn't clear. At least my dog is free now. That was the real tragedy right there. Sorry I'm dumb and I was saying the wrong thing. I got confused. It was him leaving. I don't know why the docks is like flashing. There's like a side quest there, but that's it. Alright.
You're glaring, Anders. Is there a reason, or is it one of your moods?
Oh my god.
Your term as captain hasn't been particularly mage-friendly.
Oh, here we go.
I've only turned a handful over to the Templars.
Every despot starts somewhere.
And yet I allow an abomination to whine at me. Credit where it's due.
Aren't you Hawke? Emmerich left not long ago.
He said you'd arranged to meet tonight.
Did I tell him that? I must have completely forgotten.
Don't you remember sending this message?
I didn't send this.
Uh-oh.
You didn't? Strange. Well, I don't know. Emmerich's been acting strangely for months. It's probably just a misunderstanding.
That's suspicious. Okay, well, let's meet Emmerich. So apparently someone sent him a message, signed off as me, to meet him in this dark alleyway. I'm sure nothing bad will come out of oh no, something bad already came out of this. Oh no. No, get away from me. Fenris, can you help? Where's Fenris? Oh, here he comes. Oh my god. Thank you. Thanks, Anders. Listen, I'm really bad at fighting. I can't help it. I'm too gay for this.
Some mage sent that thing here to kill him. Why would anyone...
Was Emmerich dead?
Oh, Maker.
Shit.
The murders. Emmerich was right. He was getting too close. He suspected a man named Gascard Dupuis. Did he do this?
Well, I killed him, so I assume no.
I killed Gascard.
Then who sent the creature? Whoever did this is a dangerous apostate that Meredith will want found. I will see to it personally. My guardsman will find Alessa, the woman who was with Gascard. She might still be in danger. Thank you for your help in this matter. If you learn anything more, please come to me.
Well, we good? Okay, we're good. Fucking poor Emmerich. So that's not good. Our Templar friend got murdered. Even though we thought we murdered Buddy, who's doing the murders. Oh no. Let's do this.
Enchantment! No, Leandra. Leandra.
Shouting won't make him understand you better, you know.
There you are. Where's your mother? Is she feeling all right?
I'm sure she's all right. Why are you so upset?
Your mother didn't show up for our weekly visit. Is she ill? She is here, isn't she?
No, Gamlin. We haven't seen her all day.
Where could she be?
With her suitor, perhaps?
Suitor? Leandra never mentioned a suitor.
Well, those lilies arrived for her this morning.
White lilies? I know something about that.
Don't just leave me waiting. What is it?
There's a killer in Kirkwall who sends his victims white lilies before he takes them. He's murdered several women already.
You should be more concerned.
No, you're wrong. Leandra is fine.
It doesn't hurt to be optimistic.
Maybe Leandra took another path to my house. I could have just missed her. I'm going back to Lowtown.
You should help Gamlin look for your mother. You might be able to track her more easily once night falls and the streets empty out.
What a weird specific thing to say.
The boy and I will stay here in case she returns. Welcome.
Okay, fuck. Let's go figure out where our mom is. No, I need a mage. Where's our mom?
Wait. You say you saw Leandra?
I did? What of it?
Blue dress, grey hair. Her cloak was brown, I think. She holds it closed with a round brooch, silver with garnets.
I told you already. I saw her.
Did you see where she went?
What do I get for telling you?
I swear to God.
Here's a few silver. Buy yourself some food. And new shoes.
That's real silver, that is. I'm your man, through and through. Tell you everything I know.
That lady was here. She looked like she was going to take the bridge to Hightown. But then a man came up to her. He stumbled and fell over right at her feet like he was dead. His hands were all bloody, like he'd been in a fight. The lady shook him, and I think he said, "Help." She got him to his feet, and he was wobbly. It was funny. Anyway, they left, and that's all I saw.
What did the man look like?
He was a man. He had hair and a nose.
Thanks.
And nice clothes. But they were all stained from the blood.
It's not too late. She could still be alive.
Why would anyone take her? It doesn't make sense.
Oh, Leandra.
The man left some blood. Where he fell over. You could follow it.
Why don't you do what the boy says? I'm going to go home in case Leandra shows up.
Let's get the Mabari to sniff her out. Alright.
Never thought I'd say this, but Gamlen's right. My men can look for Leandra while we check the blood. Any lead helps.
Okay.
This blood is fresh. If we hurry, there might be a trail we can follow.
Oh, Hawke's stressed
There's
out.
another.
I mean, fair. It's your mom.
More blood. I'm on the right path. Where is he taking her?
He bled a lot.
There. I hope I'm not too late.
Jeez.
There. The foundry. They must have gone inside.
This is where the last murders were. Remember when we found the bag of, like, gore last time? It's not a good sign.
This is where you found the human remains all those years
That's what
ago.
I was just saying.
We should have known there was something else here.
Mother must be here somewhere. We need to look around. There. More blood. They are here somewhere.
I'm stressed. Oh no.
Looks like your killer might be hiding under the foundry.
This wasn't here before. Mother must be down there. With him.
The voice acting in this scene is really good. They did a great job with everyone in this game. Like, all the main cast. Superb. Oh, I was like, I feel a panic. I'm like, oh god. Oh no, mom. Leandra. Uh-oh. Rage demon.
And here we go again.
Sarcastic battle cry. Should use that marked death way sooner. I forgot I had it. Oh man.
Mother. Alessa.
You okay, Aveline? I mean, yeah, I was a dead woman, but don't appreciate the dead bodies and torture devices everywhere down here. That's not a good sign, especially with a rage demon prowling around. Hey, what the fuck? Some bones. I'm stressed.
Mother's locket. This isn't a good sign.
Oh, God. Can I just walk over here? Oh, God. It's very family opera. Oh, God. Oh, boy. A lot of guys.
What is this?
That woman in the portrait looks like Leandra, doesn't she?
A shrine dedicated to a wife? A sister?
I need to find her. Now.
It's not good, is it? Oof. There's more lilies again.
That should do it.
Ring of transitional power. This would be a good time for a trans joke if things weren't so bleak. Scribbled note. Today is our anniversary. Had hoped to complete my work before now, but one piece is missing. I'm so sorry, love. Please wait a little longer. I haven't forgotten my promise. When I see it, I'll know. I would know that face anywhere.
Books on necromancy. The Templars will want to confiscate those.
What a surprise. Why would he have these? What's he planning?
Is there any other notes I could read? No. Oh. Can I investigate that? No. Just checking. Ooh. This isn't looking too good for us, is it?
I was wondering when you'd show up. Leandra was so sure you'd come for her.
Mother always knew me best.
Yes, and she spoke so fondly of you. What a lovely, gentle woman. You will never understand my purpose. Your mother was chosen because she was special. And now, she is part of something greater.
I don't want to hurt anyone. Release my mother, and we'll go.
She's here. She's waiting for you.
Oh, God.
I have done the impossible. I have touched the face of the Maker and lived. Do you know what the strongest force in the universe is? Love. I pieced her together from memory. I found her eyes, her skin, her delicate fingers. And at last, her face. Oh, this beautiful face. I've searched far and wide to find you again, beloved. And no force on this earth will part us.
Ugh. Yo, what the fuck?
Here we go.
This never gets better, does it?
You go through me before anyone else.
Well, we won.
No, Anders, it's not done yet, you idiot. Hi, do you want to come out of your force field yet, buddy? Piece of shit. Gotta fight Titty Demon. Possession of Alessa. Don't like that. Oh, great. What's this one? Possession of Leandra. Oh, God. So uncomfortable. Man, my mom looks like shit. Oh, God.
Mother!
There's nothing I can do. His magic was keeping her alive.
I knew you would come.
Oh, God.
Don't move, Mother. We'll find a way to...
Shh. Don't fret, darling. That man would have kept me trapped in here. But now, I'm free. I get to see Carver again. And your father. You'll be here alone.
Say hello to them for me.
My little boy has become so strong. I love you. You've always made me so proud.
Did you find her?
I'm sorry, Uncle. She's gone.
You were right about the flowers and everything. I can't believe she's gone.
I was too late.
So you're to blame. If you'd been quicker or stronger, you could have... She could be... Why her? Why Leandra?
Mother's gone. Will knowing why ease the pain?
No, it won't. It will always seem senseless, won't it? Where's the one who did this to her? Did you find the person who killed Leandra?
Let's just say his killing days are over.
Why did I suddenly get sarcastic?
It won't bring Leandra back, but I'll take comfort in knowing that.
Some people use sarcasm.
I will deal with breaking the news to Bethany. You've enough on your mind. Take care, my boy.
I don't know what to say, but I am here.
So many things I want to ask.
Am I to blame for not saving her?
I could say no, but would that help? You were looking for forgiveness, but I'm not the one who can give it to you.
I always feel like that scene ends so fucking quickly. But it's so sweet that Fenris, like, comes to comfort Hawke even though he's, like, doesn't know how to help. He's so good. He's so good. And it's also, like, his insight, too, when if Hawke asks, like, you know, if it's his fault, and Fenris is, like, kind of skips over that question because it's irrelevant. And is just like, you know, what you want is forgiveness. And, you know, you have to find the right person to give that to you. / it's you. It's not me. Okay, you know what? Actually, I said we were going to stop. But let's do these two. So then we'll be clear and ready to do some other stuff when we come back. So let's go talk to Aveline first.
Mistress Amel was a fine woman. Reminded me of my own mother. If there's anything I can do.
Oh, this is a bit late, but F's in the chat, boys, for Leandra. It's fucking gone. Rip. I'm just gonna take best friends group.
It's different here as captain. Feels like family.
Speaking of which.
Hawke. I don't care what else is going on. We haven't spoken about Leandra. How are you?
My mother is dead. My heart's broken.
I suppose I could say, at least you knew yours. But that seems more about me than you. I just have flashes of possibly long hair. But my father... Would you like to hear one thing?
You've never talked about him.
My father trained me in all the skills he had been forced to give up. He spent everything to get me into Kaelin's service. Do you know what I remember? When he read to me, stupid things, dragons and heroes. He wouldn't turn a page until I reached over and took his hand. That big man made every step of the story my choice. I loved that. He died of the wasting in a Denerim ward. Those last weeks, I read to him. I had to take his hand to turn the pages, and I couldn't tell if he was too weak, or if it was the old game. He smiled at that, at his big girl. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Drink?
Hell yeah.
I could use one.
As much or as little as you want. No one tells you how to mourn. And when someone says, move on, you take their hand and say, my choice. That's all I have. I'll miss her too.
She's so good. She's so good. This game has so many good little freaking tidbits of humanity in it. Like, woof. Oof. That really hits. You know? Varric kills brother. Fenris kills sister Hawke. Mom turns into a zombie bride. There's so much of this in this game. It's rough. This game goes real hard. Like, real hard. It's really nice how small this game feels. Like, in that you're with your group of friends, and it's just, like, the things that happen to these people. People don't like this game despite the awesome storytelling. I mean, right? Like, I feel like it doesn't jive with everybody, you know? Like, it jives with a specific type of person, I think. And, like, the thing is that there's no sprawling landscapes. There's, like, you know, no huge, like, world-ending thing going on, which I think is really refreshing, because usually fantasy stories are all about the world ending. And this is just about the shit going on in this one city with this one group of friends. And, like, the shit that happens is so intense. But the fact that, you know, the game takes place over, what, like 7 years? It, like, gives those characters all this time to develop and have an arc. It's good.
And then Hawke tore the door clean off its hinges, walked into the room, and... I guess we'll finish this later.
Have you got a minute, Varric?
Of course, Hawke. Actually, I've been meaning to talk to you. People say you and that elf, you know, the angsty Tevinter one, are becoming quite the item. So, what's going on, Hawke?
You're jealous.
Well, 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 I never thought you were the type, Varric. I'm flattered.
Hawke, I know I'm damned near irresistible, but you're just too high maintenance for me. Sorry. Listen, as your friend, I feel like I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't say something. You do know the elf is covered in spikes, like an angsty porcupine. He might have some issues.
Might have some issues. Well aware.
In all the time you've known me, have I ever given you the impression that I was turned off by crazy?
I don't appreciate you calling Fenris crazy, but okay.
Point taken.
That's it. Fenris is like, what are you guys talking about? Nothing. Nothing.
Blondie, Sunshine, Daisy, Ravani. What am I?
Beg your pardon?
You don't call anyone by name except for me. Where's my nickname?
That's not true. There's Hawke and Bianca.
Hawke is a family name, and Bianca is a crossbow. Don't change the subject.
Haven't thought of a good one yet. What do you think of Red?
Too common.
Well, when you think of one, let me know.
Well, speaking of which, so many people think that Varric's nickname for Fenris is Broody. It's not. It's Elf. He just calls him Elf all the time. He didn't even say Fenris's name in that conversation previously. Just Elf. I think it's because you know, it's just, I feel like I don't remember if this is canon or if I just imagine it, but like, Fenris absolutely just calls him dwarf, you know? Absolutely. Absolutely, that's what it is. Okay, so on that slightly more positive note, we're gonna end. Oh, sorry. I was in that waitress's way. I'm gonna stand on some blood over here. Okay, so so that's it, guys. That's it for today. Act 2 is basically done. We only have one secondary quest and then the end. Go us. I like keeping the prime suspect stuff for the end because it's a lot. Yeah, thanks so much, everybody. I had a lot of fun. I love you. Take care of yourselves. Stay home if you can. Wash your hands. You know, the usual. Yeah, that's it. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.